In the last episode, our group finally discovered the ancient temple hidden beneath the ruins of a once great city, where we found cryptic texts that revealed the truth about Aethereia's downfall and the source of the transmission's power. With newfound knowledge and innovative technologies, we connected with a group of resourceful scavengers and a rebellious faction of Aethereian survivors, joining forces to track the resonant frequency to its source. But with progress comes danger, and the Puppeteer's minions relentlessly pursue us. I trudge through the desolate wasteland, boots kicking up clouds of fine dust. Elara walks beside me, her eyes fixed on the horizon. Dr. Orion brings up the rear, his pace slow and deliberate. The weight of our recent loss still lingers. Kale's absence aches like an open wound. Yet the promise of Elysium's secrets and the chance to reboot Aethereia's harmonics drives us forward. Determination ignites a spark of hope in the darkness. Our new allies, the scavengers and Aethereian survivors, walk with us, their faces set with resolve. They've joined our quest, bringing skills and knowledge that will aid us in the trials ahead. The sun beats down, relentless. I pull my canteen from my pack and take a swig of warm water. Elara does the same, her eyes never leaving the horizon. Dr. Orion consults his datapad, his brow furrowed. He's searching for any sign of the ancient Aethereian artifact capable of rebooting the planet's dormant harmonics. A low rumble shakes the ground. I look up to see a massive mechanized beast, its metal body a twisted fusion of organic and synthetic parts. The Puppeteer's minions have found us. Elara readies her rifle, her hands steady. We have to move now. Our feet pound the dusty ground as we flee, the beast's roar growing louder. I can feel its hot breath on the back of my neck. We can't outrun it forever. A burst of static crackles over our comms device. A voice, distorted and urgent, cuts through the noise. This is Ryder, one of the scavengers. We've got a safe house nearby. Make for the coordinates I'm sending. You have to get out of here now. I glance at Elara, then Dr. Orion. We share a nod. We sprint toward the safe house, the mechanized beast closing in. Our survival hangs in the balance. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion discovered an ancient temple, uncovering secrets about Aethereia's downfall and the transmission's power. With newfound allies, they are pursued by the Puppeteer's minions, leading to a desperate escape from a massive mechanized beast with a scavenger, Ryder, offering a safe house as a temporary refuge. As we burst through the safe house's door, the beast's roar echoes outside, growing fainter. I spin around, taking in our new surroundings. The room's dimly lit, the air thick with the scent of oil and smoke. Ryder meets us, his scarred face creased with worry. "You're clear for now," he says, handing me a canteen of water. "But we can't stay here long. The Puppeteer's got eyes everywhere." I take a swig of water, my parched throat grateful for the respite. Elara's already scanning the area, her eyes scanning for potential threats. Dr. Orion's examining a holographic map of the safe house, his brow furrowed. "What's the layout?" I ask Ryder. "It's an old rebel hideout," he says, his voice low. "We've got makeshift defenses, but they want hold against a full assault." I nod, my mind racing. We can't stay here, but we can't leave yet either. We need to regroup, recharge, and figure out our next move. As I take in our new surroundings, I spot a symbol etched into the wall. It's an ancient Aethereian rune, a symbol of hope and resilience. I approach Dr. Orion, who's still studying the holographic map. "Doc, what do you make of it?" I ask, pointing to the rune. He looks up, his eyes lighting up with recognition. "That's an old Aethereian marker," he says, his voice filled with excitement. "It means this place is connected to the ancient artifact we're searching for." My heart skips a beat. We might have just stumbled upon a clue that could lead us directly to Elysium. Elara approaches us, her eyes narrowed. "What's going on?" she asks, her hand resting on her rifle. "We think this safe house might be connected to the artifact," I explain. Her expression hardens. "Then we need to get moving," she says. "We can't let the Puppeteer's minions catch us off guard again." I nod, a sense of determination rising within me. Well, regroup, recharge, and push forward. The stakes are higher than ever, but we won't back down. Well, find that artifact and well bring Aethereia back to life. The safe house's makeshift defenses are our first priority. We get to work, fortifying the walls, setting up traps, and preparing for an eventual assault. Our new allies work alongside us, their skills and determination forging a bond that's growing stronger by the minute. As night begins to fall, we share stories of our past, of Kale's sacrifice. The loss still lingers, but in this moment we find strength in each other. Ryder shares his own tale of survival, of losing loved ones to the Puppeteer's cruelty. His words are a poignant reminder that we're not just about rebooting Aethereia's harmonics, we're fighting for a better tomorrow. As I gaze around the room, I see a group of individuals forged from the fires of adversity, united in our quest for hope. We'll face challenges ahead, but we'll face them together. And in that moment, I know we'll overcome any obstacle, no matter how daunting. But as I drift off to sleep, I'm haunted by the knowledge that the Puppeteer's minions are still out there, waiting for us to make a mistake. And as I drift off, I'm left wondering what other dangers lurk in the shadows, waiting to strike. Previously, Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion's perilous journey, they discovered the safe house, a temporary refuge from the Puppeteer's relentless pursuit, where they regrouped and forged a bond with their new allies. But the danger still looms as they prepare for an eventual assault. As I drift off to sleep, a faint humming noise pierces the darkness, growing louder, like a distant heartbeat. I jolt awake, my heart racing, and glance around the room searching for the source of the sound. The others are still asleep, exhausted from the day's events. I slowly get up, trying not to disturb them, and move towards the humming noise. It's coming from a small, mysterious device hidden in the corner of the room. Suddenly, the device emits a bright light, and a holographic message appears before me. Alex, son of Aethereia, you have taken the first step towards redemption. The message is cryptic, but it seems to be from someone who knows more about Aethereia's downfall than Thayer letting on. The message ends and the device falls silent. I'm left wondering who sent this message and what they mean by redemption. Is it a warning, a prophecy, or a trap? I glance around the room, making sure no one else has seen the message. The others are still asleep, but I notice Ryder watching me from the shadows, his eyes narrowing as if he knows something I don't. I approach him, trying to keep my emotions in check. You saw the message, didn't you? I ask, my voice barely above a whisper. Ryder steps forward, his face twisted with a mix of concern and curiosity. I didn't see the message, but I know who might. There's someone in our ranks, someone who's been watching us since the temple. I think they might know more about this message and our mission. My heart skips a beat. A traitor in our midst, how can we trust anyone now? I turn to Ryder, my determination burning brighter. Who is it? I demand. Ryder hesitates, his eyes darting around the room as if he's searching for an escape. I think it's Elara, he whispers. The room falls silent as if time itself has stopped. Elara, the one person I trusted, the one person who stood by me through all this, might be playing us. I feel a pang of betrayal, but I know I must keep my wits. I glance at Elara, sleeping peacefully, and my heart aches. Is it true? Has she been manipulating us from the start? I take a deep breath, trying to process this new information. I need to confront Elara, but I need to do it carefully. One wrong move and we could lose our closest ally, or worse, our lives. I turn to Ryder, my eyes locked on his. We need to investigate, but discreetly. If Elara is playing us, we need to know why and what she wants. Ryder nods, his face grim. I agree, but we need to be careful. We don't know what secrets she might be hiding. I nod, my mind racing with possibilities. We'll get to the bottom of this, no matter what it takes. We'll uncover the truth and we'll find out who's behind this message. We'll keep moving forward, no matter the cost. But as I gaze around the room, I know that our journey just got a lot more complicated, a lot more treacherous. And I'm left wondering what other secrets are lurking in the shadows, waiting to upend our quest for hope. Previously, Alex discovered a cryptic message in the safe house, hinting at redemption and sparking suspicion of a traitor within their ranks, with Ryder accusing Elara of being the mole. As I stand in the dimly lit room, The weight of Ryder's accusation hangs in the air like a toxic fog. I glance at Elara, still sleeping, her peaceful face a mask that might hide a web of lies. My heart races with uncertainty, and I feel like drowning in a sea of distrust. I turn to Ryder, my voice low and urgent. We need to gather evidence before we confront her. I want to accuse her without proof. Ryder nods, his eyes still fixed on Elara. I'll start digging, but we need to be careful. If she's involved with the Puppeteer. I cut him off, my determination growing. Well, handle it. Let's get to work. Ryder nods and disappears into the shadows, leaving me to ponder the implications of Elara's potential betrayal. I feel like I'm walking on thin ice. One wrong move could shatter the fragile trust within our group. As I begin to investigate, I'm not alone. Dr. Orion, sensing the tension, approaches me with a curious expression. Alex, what's going on? You look like you've lost your last friend. I hesitate, unsure how much to reveal. But Dr. Orion's genuine concern wins me over. Ryder thinks Elara might be working against us, I whisper, glancing around the room. Dr. Orion's eyes widen and she takes a step back as if absorbing the shock. That's implausible. Elara's been with us since the temple. Why would she suddenly turn against us? I shrug, my frustration growing. That's what I want to know. But we need to be careful. We can't afford to lose anyone else. Dr. Orion nods, her determination mirroring mine. I'll help you investigate. We'll get to the bottom of this. Together we begin to dig into Elara's past, scouring the safe house for clues and questioning the other survivors. The more we learn, the more the web of deceit thickens. It becomes clear that Elara's been hiding secrets, but the question remains, is she working for the Puppeteer, or does she have her own agenda? As the sun begins to rise, casting an eerie glow over the safe house, I confront Elara, my heart heavy with doubt. Elara, we need to talk, I say, trying to keep my tone neutral. She looks up, her eyes flashing with innocence, but I'm not convinced. What's going on, Alex? She asks, her voice trembling. I take a deep breath, trying to keep my emotions in check. Ryder thinks you're working against us, that you might be involved with them. Elara's expression falters, and for a moment I see a glimmer of guilt. But then her mask of innocence returns and she laughs, a cold, hard sound. That's ridiculous, Alex. I'd never betray you or the group. You're my friends, my family. I search her eyes, trying to read the truth. Is she lying, or am I just paranoid? The uncertainty gnaws at my gut, making me question everything. But I push on, determined to uncover the truth. Then tell me, Elara, what secrets are you hiding? What do you know about the message and the Puppeteer? Elara's smile grows, and for a moment I see a glimmer of something else, something that sends shivers down my spine. I'll tell you, Alex. But you need to be prepared for the truth. Previously, Alex confronted Elara about her potential betrayal, and she hinted at revealing a shocking truth, leaving Alex on the edge of uncertainty. As I stand frozen, my heart pounding in my chest, Elara's enigmatic smile grows and I feel like I'm staring into the abyss. What do you know? I ask, my voice barely above a whisper. Elara's eyes seem to bore into my soul and I sense a hidden power lurking beneath her words. I know the truth about Aethereia's downfall, she says, her voice dripping with an otherworldly intensity. And I know the resonant frequency's true purpose. I take a step back, my mind reeling from the implications. What do you mean? Elara's gaze never wavers. The frequency wasn't meant to reboot the planet's harmonics. It was a key to unlocking a far greater power. A power that could grant Aethereia's true potential. Dr. Orion's gasp echoes behind me, and I sense the room's atmosphere shifting from suspicion to fascination. I take a step forward, my determination fueled by the promise of revelation. Tell me more, I demand. Elara's smile grows, and I sense a hidden triumph lurking beneath her words. The resonant frequency was meant to awaken the celestial spheres, ancient Aethereian structures capable of harnessing the planet's energy. But there's a catch. Aethereia's downfall was intentional, a sacrifice to preserve the planet's true power. The room falls silent, the weight of Elara's words sinking in like a boulder. I feel like I'm staring into an abyss of secrets and I'm not sure what's real or what's lies. But one thing's certain, I need to know more. As we delve deeper into the mystery, the stakes escalate and the Puppeteer's minions close in. We're forced to make a desperate gamble, infiltrate the Puppeteer's stronghold, rescue captives, and steal crucial information to fuel our quest. The odds are against us, but with Elara's secrets and the promise of the celestial spheres, I know we can overcome any obstacle. In the heart of the Puppeteer's fortress, we find ourselves surrounded by cyborg soldiers and eerie, luminescent orbs that seem to drain the life from the very atmosphere. I grit my teeth, my heart pounding in my chest. This is it, I whisper to my companions. We get in, we get out, and we get the truth. With a deep breath, we charge forward, guns blazing and shields glowing. The battle rages on, with every second counting. But just as we think we've cleared the final hurdle, a new threat arises. Elara, her eyes blazing with an otherworldly power, her loyalty torn between her friends and her hidden agenda. I stand before her, my gun aimed at her chest, my hand trembling with uncertainty. Elara, what's going on? What's happening to you? Her response sends shivers down my spine, and I realize I'm staring into the face of a ticking time bomb. I've been chosen, Alex, chosen to unlock Aethereia's true potential. And I won't let anyone stand in my way. Previously, Elara revealed her connection to the celestial spheres, implying that Aethereia's downfall was intentional, and she's been chosen to unlock the planet's true power. As Elara's loyalty is torn between her friends and her hidden agenda, Alex is left with a gun aimed at her chest, unsure of what to do next. Elara, please, snap out of it, I beg, trying to reach the person I once knew, but her eyes remain distant, consumed by an otherworldly power. I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a precipice, staring into an abyss of uncertainty. Suddenly, Dr. Orion's voice echoes behind me. Alex, we need to get out of here now. I glance back, and that's when I see it. A massive, glowing portal has opened behind us, its energy coursing through the air like a living entity. The cyborg soldiers, the orbs, everything is being pulled towards it, including Elara. Without hesitation, I grab Elara's arm, pulling her back to reality. Alex, let go, she screams, her eyes flashing with an intense, unnatural power. I hold tight, refusing to let her fall into the abyss. You're not going anywhere until we get the truth, I growl, my determination fueled by a sense of desperation. Dr. Orion rushes to our side, his hands glowing with a blue energy. I can stabilize the portal, but we need to get out of here now. With a surge of adrenaline, we charge towards the portal, Elara struggling against me. The energy around us grows more intense, the air crackling with electricity. We're a mere step away from the portal when a behemoth of a machine emerges from the shadows, its eyes fixed on us. The Archon, Dr. Orion whispers, her voice trembling with fear. The machine raises its massive arm, pointing a cannon-like device at us. I know we're out of time. With a fierce cry, I push Elara through the portal, following close behind. Dr. Orion's scream echoes behind us as the Archon's cannon fires, sending us hurtling through space-time. As the world blurs around us, I feel Elara's grip on my arm tighten. You shouldn't have done that, she whispers, her eyes burning with an otherworldly intensity. Now, we're both trapped in the celestial labyrinth. The portal's energy dissipates, leaving us in a desolate, crystal-filled chamber. I glance up, and that's when I see it, a massive, glowing crystal orb hovering above us, pulsing with the resonant frequency. We're one step closer to unlocking Aethereia's true potential, but at what cost? Previously, Elara's connection to the celestial spheres revealed Aethereia's downfall as intentional, and she's been chosen to unlock the planet's true power. As her loyalty was torn between her friends and her hidden agenda, Alex was left with a gun aimed at her chest, unsure of what to do next. Just as the situation escalated, a massive portal opened and they were forced to flee through it, pursued by the Archon, leaving Dr. Orion behind. As I emerge from the portal, I'm met with an eerie silence. The chamber is filled with crystalline structures that refract the light of the glowing crystal orb, casting an otherworldly glow. Elara's grip on my arm remains firm, her gaze fixed on the orb above us. I can sense the power emanating from it, drawing her in. "You shouldn't have done that," she whispers again, her voice echoing off the crystal walls. I try to process the events that led us here, but my mind is still reeling from the revelation about Elara's connection to the celestial spheres. I glance at her, searching for any sign of the friend I once knew. "Elara, what's going on?" I ask, trying to keep my tone calm. She doesn't respond, her attention fixed on the orb. I follow her gaze, and as I do, I feel a strange connection to it. The resonant frequency emanating from it begins to resonate within me. Suddenly, visions flood my mind, ancient Aethereians harnessing the power of the celestial spheres to sustain their planet's harmonics. I see the downfall of Aethereia and the intentional collapse of the planet's energy grid. The visions are cryptic, yet they hint at a deeper purpose behind Elara's connection to the celestial spheres. As the visions fade, I feel a surge of determination. I turn to Elara, my mind racing with questions. "Elara, what's the truth? What's your connection to the celestial spheres?" Her eyes snap back to mine, and for a moment I see a glimmer of the friend I once knew, but it's short-lived as her expression hardens. "You wouldn't understand," she says, her voice laced with an otherworldly intensity. Without warning, the chamber begins to shake. The crystal structures around us begin to shatter, and the orb above us brightens as if reacting to our presence. "What's happening?" I shout above the din. Elara's gaze is fixed on the orb, her eyes burning with an intense power. "The labyrinth is responding to our presence," she says, her voice barely audible above the cacophony. "We need to find a way out of here before it's too late." As the chamber continues to destabilize, I realize that our escape through the portal has only led us to a new, more treacherous challenge. We're trapped in the celestial labyrinth, and the odds are against us. But I refuse to give up, not yet. With a fierce determination, I take Elara's hand and we charge forward into the unknown previously. Alex and Elara fled through a portal, pursued by the Archon, leaving Dr. Orion behind, and emerged in a mysterious chamber within the celestial labyrinth, where Elara's connection to the celestial spheres and the planet's true power hung in the balance. As we venture deeper into the labyrinth's heart, the crystal structures shatter and reform around us, like a living, breathing entity. Elara's grip on my hand remains firm, her eyes fixed on the path ahead, as if she's following an invisible thread. The resonant frequency emanating from the crystal orb above still echoes within me, fueling my determination to unravel the secrets of Aethereia's downfall. Suddenly, the labyrinth's walls part, revealing a vast, dimly lit arena. The air is heavy with the scent of ozone and smoke. In the center of the arena, a figure emerges from the shadows, Dr. Orion, her eyes blazing with an unnatural intensity. Behind her, the Archon's silhouette looms, their eyes fixed on us with cold calculation. "Welcome, Alex," Dr. Orion says, her voice warped as if she's no longer entirely human. "You've finally reached the heart of the labyrinth. Here, you'll uncover the secrets of Aethereia's rebirth, or witness its final demise." With those words, the arena erupts into chaos. The Archon's minions charge forward, and Dr. Orion summons a torrent of energy blasts that rip through the arena. Elara and I sprint towards Dr. Orion, dodging the attacks, our movements synchronized by our shared connection to the celestial spheres. As we close in, I notice a strange, pulsing energy emanating from Dr. Orion's body, the same energy I sensed when we first entered the labyrinth. It's as if she's tapped into the planet's dormant harmonics and is now harnessing that power for her own purposes. "Dr. Orion, what have you done?" I shout above the din. Her gaze snaps towards me, and for a moment I see a glimmer of her former self, trapped beneath the surface. But it's fleeting as her expression hardens once more. "I've done what was necessary," she growls, unleashing a blast of energy that forces us to dodge. "Aethereia will be reborn, no matter the cost." In that moment, I realize that Dr. Orion's actions are no longer driven by her own desires, but by the power of the celestial spheres, the same power that's driving Elara's transformation. The stakes have escalated, and the fate of Aethereia hangs in the balance. With Dr. Orion's words, the arena's walls begin to close in, threatening to crush us beneath the labyrinth's weight. Elara and I exchange a determined glance, and together, we charge forward into the heart of the chaos. The outcome is far from certain, but one thing is clear. We'll stop at nothing to reclaim Aethereia's true power and restore the planet's harmonics to their former glory previously. Alex and Elara navigated the celestial labyrinth, where Dr. Orion was revealed to be under the influence of the celestial spheres, leading to a confrontation that imperiled Aethereia's rebirth. Hangs in the balance as the labyrinth's walls close in, threatening to crush Alex and Elara. As the arena's walls converge, Elara and I combine our strength, using the celestial spheres to push against the crushing force. The labyrinth's walls shudder, and for a moment, the pressure relents. We take advantage of the reprieve, sprinting towards Dr. Orion as the Archon's minions regroup for a counterattack. With each step, I feel the resonant frequency within me intensify, guiding me towards the heart of the labyrinth. Elara's grip on my hand remains firm, our bond strengthened by our shared connection to the celestial spheres. Together, we weave through the chaos, deflecting energy blasts and dodging the Archon's minions close in. Dr. Orion awaits us, her eyes blazing with an unnatural intensity. As we close in, I sense a spark of her former self, trapped and screaming to break free from the celestial sphere's control. I reach out, trying to connect with her to bring her back from the brink. Dr. Orion, snap out of it. I shout, my voice hoarse from the strain of holding back the labyrinth's crushing force. You're not beyond redemption. Her gaze flickers, and for an instant her eyes clear. In that moment I see the spark of hope, the glimmer of her former self, fighting to break free. With a jolt, her expression hardens once more, and she unleashes a devastating blast of energy that sends us flying across the arena. Elara and I crash to the ground, scrambling to regain our footing as the labyrinth's walls close in further. The outcome hangs in the balance, but I know I won't give up. I won't let Dr. Orion fall, nor will I abandon Aethereia to its fate. With a fierce determination, I rise to my feet, Elara by my side. Together, we charge forward, prepared to confront whatever lies ahead. The labyrinth's walls continue to close in, but well pushed back, fueled by our bond and our determination to reclaim Aethereia's true power previously. Alex and Elara navigated the celestial labyrinth, where Dr. Orion was revealed to be under the influence of the celestial spheres, leading to a confrontation that imperiled Aethereia's rebirth. As we charge forward, the labyrinth's walls shudder, and the air is filled with an ear-piercing screech. The Archon's minions swarm us, their energy blasts and claws forcing us to dodge and weave. Elara and I work in perfect sync, our bond strengthened by the celestial sphere's power. I can feel the resonant frequency coursing through me, guiding me towards the heart of the labyrinth. Suddenly, the air is filled with a blinding flash of light. When my vision clears, I see Dr. Orion standing before us, her eyes blazing with an unnatural intensity. The celestial spheres surround her, amplifying her power. I sense a dark energy emanating from her, one that threatens to consume us all. You fools, she spits, her voice laced with malice. You think you can stop me? I am the chosen one, the vessel for the celestial sphere's true power. Elara steps forward, her hand raised, and unleashes a wave of energy that crashes against Dr. Orion. The two forces collide, causing the labyrinth's walls to shudder and tremble. The ground beneath our feet begins to split, and the air is filled with the sound of ancient gears grinding to life. I take advantage of the distraction, dashing towards Dr. Orion, determined to break the celestial sphere's control. As I reach out, her eyes flash with energy, and she summons a swirling vortex of light that threatens to drag me in. Undaunted, I leap forward, using the resonant frequency to amplify my strength. I grabbed Dr. Orion's wrist, feeling the celestial sphere's dark energy coursing through her veins. With a burst of adrenaline, I channeled the frequency into her, hoping to awaken the spark of her former self. The outcome hangs in the balance as the labyrinth's walls continue to close in. The fate of Aethereia hangs in the balance, but I know I won't give up. I won't let Dr. Orion fall, nor will I abandon Aethereia to its fate. With a fierce determination, I hold fast, pouring every ounce of hope and determination into the connection. Dr. Orion's eyes flicker, and for an instant, I see a glimmer of her former self, fighting to break free. Will it be enough to redeem her, or will the celestial sphere's hold prove too strong? The outcome hangs precariously in the balance as the labyrinth's walls close in for the final blow. Previously, Alex confronted Dr. Orion, who was under the control of the celestial spheres, and attempted to break the dark energy's hold on her. The fate of Aethereia's rebirth hangs in the balance as the labyrinth's walls close in for the final blow. Dr. Orion's eyes flash with a spark of recognition, and for a fleeting moment her gaze locks onto mine. The celestial sphere's hold wavers, and her hand, still grasped in mine, begins to tremble. The dark energy coursing through her veins slows, allowing the spark of her former self to flicker to life. Suddenly, the labyrinth's walls grind to a halt, mere inches from crushing us. The air is heavy with anticipation as Dr. Orion's eyes flutter open and she takes a ragged gasp of air. The dark energy dissipates, banished by the resonant frequency's power. With a relieved sigh, Dr. Orion's eyes refocus on me, and a faint smile plays on her lips. "Alex, I'm sorry," she whispers, her voice laced with a mix of shame and gratitude. As the tension dissipates, Elara approaches us, her hand still raised, her energy still crackling with the aftermath of her confrontation with Dr. Orion's. Gaze shifts to Elara, and her eyes widen in awe. "Impossible," Dr. Orion whispers, her gaze locked on the energy emanating from Elara. You've mastered the celestial sphere's power." Elara's smile is soft, yet determined. "We did it together. Alex and I were not alone anymore." Dr. Orion's eyes well up with tears as she gazes at her friends, a mix of remorse and gratitude washing over her. "I was lost, consumed by the celestial sphere's power, but you brought me back." With a sense of closure, the three of us share a moment of understanding, the bond between us strengthened by our perseverance. The labyrinth's walls, once threatening, now seem to recede as if acknowledging our triumph. As we stand there basking in the glow of our hard-won victory, a faint hum begins to build. The air shimmers and the sound of ancient gears grinding to life grows louder. The labyrinth's walls begin to shift, revealing a hidden chamber beneath. "Welcome, champions," a voice booms from the depths of the chamber. "You have proven your worth. Now claim your reward." With a sense of trepidation, we step forward, our eyes fixed on the mysterious voice. What lies ahead? Will it be redemption, or a new challenge? The labyrinth's secrets are about to unfold, and we're ready to face whatever comes next. Previously, the battle-weary trio of Alex, Elara, and Dr. Orion had finally broken the celestial sphere's hold on Dr. Orion, freeing her from the dark energy's grip, and in doing so, unlocking the secrets of the ancient labyrinth. As we stepped into the hidden chamber, the air was electric with anticipation. The voice, resonating with an otherworldly authority, echoed through the cavernous space. "You have proven your worth. Now claim your reward." The chamber's walls, adorned with intricate Aethereian hieroglyphs, began to glow with a soft, ethereal light. At the room's center, an ancient pedestal beckoned, upon which rested the fabled heart of Elysium, the source of the transmission power, pulsed with an intense, golden energy. As we approached the pedestal, our footsteps echoed through the chamber, growing louder with every step. The air vibrated with expectation, as if the very fabric of Aethereia itself was holding its breath. Reaching out, Alex grasped the heart of Elysium, and the room erupted in a blinding flash of light. The energy coursing through the artifact was palpable, as if the very essence of Aethereia's dormant harmonics resonated within. The chamber began to shake as the heart's power coursed through the planet's ley lines, rebooting the planet's dormant frequencies. Aethereia's harmonics, once silenced, began to hum with renewed life. As the energy peaked, the chamber's walls began to dissolve, revealing the reborn Aethereian landscape. The once desolate wasteland transformed into a lush, vibrant world, teeming with life. Dr. Orion's eyes shone with unshed tears as she gazed upon the reborn world, her voice barely above a whisper. "Aethereia, it's alive." Elara's smile radiated a sense of pride and accomplishment as she wrapped an arm around Alex's shoulder. "We did it together. We reignited the spark of hope." The trio stood united, basking in the warm, golden light of Aethereia's rebirth. The planet's harmonics, now resonating with renewed life, filled the air with an uplifting melody, a testament to the power of hope, perseverance, and the indomitable human spirit. As the music swelled, Alex's gaze swept across the restored landscape, drinking in the beauty of the reborn world. His eyes locked onto the horizon, where the sun dipped into the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow across the landscape. In this moment, Alex knew that his role as a champion of hope had only just begun. Aethereia's new dawn marked the starting point of a brighter, bolder future, one where the planet's inhabitants could thrive, free from the shackles of despair and darkness. As the trio stood there, basking in the radiance of their hard-won victory, the camera panned out, capturing the reborn Aethereia in all its glory. The final shot faded to black as the words "The Rebirth of Aethereia" etched across the screen, a beacon of hope shining bright as the curtain closed on this epic saga. Epilogue. On a distant planet, a lone figure, clad in a worn leather jacket, stood atop a windswept cliff, gazing up at the star-filled sky. The figure's eyes, aglow with an unyielding determination, whispered to the void, "The flame of resistance burns within me. Aethereia's spark has ignited a beacon of light in the darkness. I will carry this torch, spreading hope throughout the cosmos, until the echoes of despair are but a distant memory." As the figure vanished into the shadows, the stars above twinkled in response, a celestial acknowledgement of the enduring power of hope. The curtain closed, leaving behind a universe full of boundless possibilities, as the saga of Aethereia's rebirth faded into the annals of history, forever etched in the cosmos.